Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday afternoon. Hope you're looking forward to the rest of the day, but you're looking forward to a good weekend because it's nearly here. But it's also transfer deadline day, and we've got, from doing this video, we have got 8 hours left of the transfer window, where it's unlikely Spurs will be bringing anyone in, but it is likely Spurs are letting people go. I'll tell you about it in just a second. I just want to say, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. Let's jump in. Let's start with the man who is actually at the city where he is joining, Alejo Veliz, to Sevilla. So, for Richard Romano Power, that Alejo Veliz in Sevilla right now, set for medical tests, key step after recent injury for the Argentinian striker. If all goes to plan, Sevilla will proceed with loan move with no option to buy clause included. Back to Spurs in June in any case. Look, I was umming and ahhing about this as being a good deal, this being a bad deal, this being an indifferent deal, and I think overall, I'm gonna be cautiously thinking it's a good deal. So I would have assumed the conversation between Spurs and Sevilla is that he's going to get some good game time, and he hasn't had that chance at Spurs. Obviously, it was coming in from the Argentinian league into Spurs, a whole new style of play, a whole new manager and regime right now. It was, an interesting start. Now, had this been, let's say Conte done really well and he's brought in under Conte, the transition might have been a little bit easier, potentially, obviously with a bit more stability, but we'd obviously change the manager and all that jazz. So at Sevilla, look, there are players that are going to look after him. Hopefully, Eric Lamella's going to look after him and then send him back on his way in June after doing well at Sevilla. So hopefully all goes to plan with that medical, and he does get that game time. It does obviously leave us a tad bit shorter at striker, but obviously Starlet coming back off loan, it does add that depth in through him. Obviously, you do still have Richarlison scoring goals. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Richarlison at Everton at the weekend. We'll see what happens there. But obviously, you still have Sonny, who's going to be coming back, who can play a bit of striker if necessary. And obviously, you've still got Timo Werner, so there's always that option, if we are getting short. So, very interesting news, and hopefully Alejo does pass the medical, it does go well, and he comes back a better player for it, because we're the ones that are going to benefit the most from that situation. I want to talk a little bit around Bryan Gil, and obviously I've spoken a couple of times, I think now, about Bryan Gil and Brighton, that interest between the two. This came from Dan Kilpatrick, said that Brighton continuing to push for a loan deal for Bryan Gil today, but no guarantee the winger will leave Spurs. So supposedly he needs a little bit of convincing, which I get. Like you've got a lot of friends at Spurs, you have a life at Spurs, you've played more than you ever have really at Spurs. The way I would look at it for Brian is you're going into a system in terms of Brighton's style of play that is quite similar to Spurs's. So that transition shouldn't be too difficult. The fact that you do have injuries, Mitoma's been injured, Fatty's injured. I know they've got a few strikers, but winger area they're actually quite light because of injuries. He's going to get some all right game time to start, and if you go there and you hit the ground running and have some good performances, well, Mitoma doesn't walk straight back into the team, and Fatty wouldn't walk straight back into the team if you're playing well and you're contributing to a winning team. Obviously, if he goes there, he won't be able to play against us on the 10th. Obviously, being on loan, he's ineligible to play. But I like the move. I do. Would I have a buy option in there? 15 million, I think I'd probably put in there. But I'm not too fussed really. I'd just like to see Bryan Gil in the Premier League with regular game time. That for me is an invaluable experience because he's been in Spain. We've seen what it's like in Spain. It works well in Spain because it's not as physical. It's a little bit more quick twitch, tiki-taka style play. Whereas in the Premier League, someone could kick you into Rosette. And we've seen Bryan Gil kind of get shoved about a little bit. So maybe in a Brighton team where there are some pretty big units in that team, maybe that helps him, I don't know. But a regular run of fixtures where he's playing 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes, I think that will help him immensely. And he may come back a better player for it. And if there's a buy option and he does really well, we may end up selling him and making back our money. You never know. But guys, in the video, hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section below your thoughts and opinions about Alejo Veliz joining Sevilla and Bryan Gil maybe going to Brighton. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on anything that might be coming in. Obviously, we talk about the Swedish youth player, but we'll sort of see where that falls, because that's Barca us at the moment, we don't know. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification for more. Better guys than video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.